Positions are noted.
Should be an easy choice. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
All right,
Everybody knows I run the sound effects and make the show happen, right? Y'all just come and talk. Are we ready?
Yeah, I think we're going. Yep, we're live.
All right. And we're back on the Media Virus podcast. And once again, we join Big Daddy, Dr. Dre McFadden, for another rousing segment of Just the Tips.
That brings me to today's episode of the Media's Virus Podcast, Just the Tips, episode number 11, Choking. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are going to choke your partner, be aware that there are two different types of chokes.
I just want to point out.
That brings me to...
I just want to point out that our good doctor here is... he was progressively drunk. We've noticed he's been progressively drunker as we go.
The Media's Virus.
It's really starting to slip out, so pay attention.
To today's episode of the Media's Virus Podcast, Just the Tips, episode number 11, Choking. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are going to choke your partner, be aware that there are two different types of chokes. There is a blood choke and an air choke. An air choke is when you grab a motherfucker by the front and push that motherfucking throat to the back. That's an air choke. Be very careful with that one. That one's a little dangerous. Blood choke, on the other hand, occurs when you push in the carotids, one or both. But make sure that you let go so the blood flow can return to the brain and the body. All right?
Make sure you let go.
Orgasm for that one's ridiculous, but treat it with care because, shit can get kind of wild. Now, keep in mind, you want to have a fresh set of sheets handy because there will be some messing up your sheets. She may just squirt all the fuck over your sheets. She may pee a little, might shit a little, might drool a little bit. Just be prepared. Some shit fitting to go down, you get into that choke. Now,
if there's one more, he better puke.
You gotta make sure you lower your voice a little bit. Grit your teeth. You gotta come in there with that. Say, over the fuck over. Whose pussy is this? That's right. That's my shit. That's my shit. And that's how you want to introduce choking. You gotta get.
He's definitely
right
drunk.
Up next to her ear. Just right up next to you. Whose pussy is this? That's right. You're gonna take this dick, aren't you? Take this dick. Take this dick. All right. That's how you want to do that. Gentlemen, have fun with that one. Ladies, you're welcome. Dr. Dre, Media Virus Podcast, Just the Tips, episode number 11, Deuces.
That segment reminds me of an idea that I had because I was checking out Pornhub and I Googled porn for women.
Right.
And because I was looking for something to spice up the evening, for the both of us. And
we both enjoy.
Right. But most of what I found for, porn for women is audio erotica. It's literally just
Is that when you can turn on by listening to the radio?
What was that?
Is that when you get turned on by listening to the radio? Audio erotica?
Yes. Basically, yeah. It's porn for your ears.
When you listen to Michael Torres's voice and it's all hot.
Good evening, ladies.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the Media Virus Podcast.
Makes you tingly in an unfamiliar way.
Go ahead and squat over the speakers now. Raise the volume and turn the bass knob all the way up.
God damn it! Where are my headphones when I need them?
Both hands on the steering wheel.
Maddie, what happened when you guys watched porn?
Well, no, we didn't. We watched some, self-made artist, artsy stuff, And anywho, another thing, this is here. I got a pretty odd compliment. And
Nice, Dick.
well, no, see, it was okay. So
I like your choice in porn.
No, but she we were getting ready and things like that, and I thought she said, I feel really heavy, meaning that she felt tired. And I went, oh, I'm sorry. And then she goes, for what? And I'm like, because you feel really heavy. That's got to be, it's got to be tough. And she said, no, you feel really heavy. And well, she, from what she was lifting, and I was like, I'll take it. All right. I'm gonna let that sit there. And so I kind of thought like this might be a good idea for like branching out, into other things to try to make money. Like if we put out a series, because all you gotta do is do the audio.
Yeah.
And it could be like because they have like stepdaddy fantasies. They have, the
Ew.
the powerful lawyer fantasies. There's all these different, fantasies, and Big Daddy would be able to maybe, there might be someone out there who wants to, hear, I think that'd be an interesting career choice. And then you could do something and I could do something. You have the women write it and then we would read it. So it would be something, because here's the problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cold Read Theater presents Audio Erotica.
Wait, so
Maddie Rock Deaf.
next time you guys are gonna do it, you can be like, you feel like lifting anything heavy, babe? Got these weights, one for each hand.
I'm calling the movers, babe. I didn't want you to hurt yourself.
Actually, Maddie, I'm going to apologize. I was making fun of you because I thought you were mispronouncing autoerotica. I thought you were saying it was all like masturbation stuff, but you actually meant audio.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Audio, like just someone talking dirty while you're, so you listen to it. What?
I like when Devontae does that.
If you Google Gilbert Gottfried audio erotica 50 Shades,
I have heard excerpts of him reading 50 Shades of Grey, and it is it's really something.
that is amazing.
I think everyone has heard Gilbert Gottfried reading.
We played it on the show.
I think we did.
Yeah, we played on the show.
Along with his reading of WAP.
We did both, yeah.
I jammed it deep in your ear holes.
That's right. That's right.
God.
Now, like one of my
can never be excavated.
now there is audio erotica for men, right? But here's the thing. No, but they have audio erotica with women speaking to men.
Is it just women saying, yes, dear, whatever you want, dear?
No, it's that. Not like that. But there's a lot of let me, suck on your cock. Like women, like I don't feel like that's like it just gets crass. It gets crass after a while.
Yeah.
No, what do they say?
Like, oh, I'm gonna suck on your cock. Like, give me that dick. Fuck my ass. Like that, I'm just giving clean drops. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Everybody, I love you all. You notice
You guys are fucked. All I'm doing. Oh Christ! I just realized.
That was good.
I'm all set here with my fucking USB mic and my computer, and I'm like, hey, it's nice to clear audio. Everybody's being quiet. I'm saying, oh, no, suck on my cock. I love lick my asshole. Anyway,
Where do you hear the show 100 bumpers?
my mom.
Right? That was a total setup. Good job, Jack.
My mother refuses to watch the show because of the vulgarity. Anyway, I just think that there could be a little bit more delicate, like maybe a little bit more creative. You know
What
what I mean?
kinds of things do you think they should say instead of that?
Man, I'm not going
Look
through
at the
this with you.
pee-pee on that man.
No, I'm actually curious.
Your dingling is awesome.
Stick that Schwantz right in my keister.
Oh my god.
Stick it in
I
my
just want to hear
pussy.
like 30 minutes of compliments. That's what I want.
That's such a
Big
shame.
Daddy,
man.
you're so
Sorry.
strong.
Wow. That's
You did a really good job when you put the dishes away.
I get thank you a lot. Thank you for doing the dishes. Thank you for vacuuming. Thank you.
I
Doesn't matter
should
if I-
do that.
Doesn't matter if I did it to her standards, because I've explained to her what I've done to my previous people who have told me I didn't do something right. Like if I did the dishes, they go,
Oh.
they start giving me a bunch of shit for not doing the dishes right. I go,
Shall I
okay.
undo that for you?
I go, no, go ahead. You do it. And I go fucking lay down. That's what I do. You don't like the way I did it? There it is.
You do it.
Go do it. And then I go,
I'm having to do it anyway afterwards, so
all right, if you don't like the way I did it, you just go behind me and do it. I mean, I had to have at least organized it a little bit for you. You know what I mean? Like, so I didn't load the dishwasher right. I'm like, so what? Like, we washed all the dishes before we put them in the dishwasher. Like the dishwasher is like, it's a step that's unnecessary to me. You know what I mean? Because we got everything off it. It's just like it's like a psychosomatic thing that we have to run through the dishwasher. And I still do it. Like, it's not like, I still wash the dishes before I put them in the dishwasher, and then I run the dishwasher.
I don't have a dishwasher.
So you skip
I
a step.
am the dishwasher.
Oh, there you go. It's an old joke, and I'm not going to tell.
Load the dishwasher. I brought home a 6-pack, loaded the dishwasher.
What's the difference between a dish? Well, what's the difference between a washing machine and a white chick? White chick doesn't follow you
I
around
know.
for 3 days after you dump a load in it.
I knew that one.
Washing machine doesn't follow you, but okay.
Is that what I said? Yes. I will fuck up a joke.
You did it backwards, but
That's okay.
I was
Everybody-
confused.
I would so love to see a washing machine follow you around for 3 days.
What's on the agenda, Mike? What do we got? What do we got lined
Well,
up?
there's this elephant who has killed a woman, and he hated her so much he went to her funeral and attacked her corpse.
I
Yeah,
love
and I
this.
bet she deserved it too.
I love this story so much.
Odisha, India. Bizarre animal stories are heard often, but none are quite like the latest vicious and deadly elephant attack of a 68-year-old woman in India. Maya Murmu was collecting water in Rape village,
Well, she was in Rapey Village. I mean, what did you expect?
located in... I really need to start looking at these places before. Mayor Bajan, maybe? Mayor Banj district of Odisha, India, where a herd of elephants came her way. That's when she tried to flee, but one of the elephants rushed towards Murmu and trampled her, according to the Times of India. She was rushed to the hospital, but died from
There's no more Momo.
Murmu's family brought her body home for the funeral preparations to take place that same evening. That's when a more unusual event occurred. As the ceremony was taking place, the Times of India reported that a herd of elephants appeared from the forest, sending villagers running. They left Murmu's body behind. One of the elephants then reportedly attacked the woman's corpse by picking up the body and throwing it in the air. In a video of the alleged incident published by the Times, a herd of elephants can be seen at the edge of the forest, with one chasing a villager as mourners yell toward the herd. The herd then destroyed Murmu's home, with 3 other houses being damaged because of the attack. A villager told the Times of India, We were terrified after witnessing the elephant herd on Thursday evening. We have never had such a ferocious elephant bunch earlier. Murmu's family was able to continue with the ceremony once the herd of elephants left the area. According to the print, the elephant in question had strayed from the Dhamma Wildlife Sanctuary, which is more than 100 miles away from Odisha. The level of violence from a usually peaceful creature has many wondering what could have caused such behavior. One person tweeted, "Whatever that woman did to that elephant is the biggest mystery of the decade." While there is no confirmation on the elephant's motive, many users online speculate the woman was part of a poacher group that killed the elephant's baby.
So good. Fuck you.
So
Wow, yeah, because elephants do not forget. That elephant
no, they
traveled 100
don't.
miles to stomp. That elephant traveled 100 miles to stomp that bitch a second time. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
on the same day, she's like, "Yo,
On the same day.
we gotta
and
go.
then-
Y'all coming with me?"
It's like, yo, they're
Also,
mourning
like,
that
confetti
bitch.
to celebrate.
I think that's my favorite part of the story is that the elephant squad was like standing there hyping her up, right? Like, you get her. You get that bitch.
Is this
You
the,
gonna let
oh, is
her
this the
talk that to
video?
You told us that you weren't going to let her do this to you again. You told us.
This is what they
I
did
wouldn't
to her
take that
house.
if I was you. I'd flip that bitch in the air if I was you.
This is what they did to Murmu's house.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they weren't
Yo,
fucking around.
they did
She
not like
something.
that bitch at all.
Angry elephant.
Yeah, and they don't, elephants, that they don't just do shit like that. Something happened.
No,
Something
that bitch
definitely
did
fucking
something.
happened.
That bitch was
Yeah.
on the radar. That was not yeah.
My father reminded me this week of a book that I used to read as a little girl called Never Tease a Weasel. You guys know it?
No, but I
Sounds
I
familiar.
love that
mean,
phrase.
it's pretty simple. It's Never Tease a Weasel because teasing isn't nice. I'm going to say they should do a sequel to the book, which is Never Fuck with an Elephant, because they're going to come back, flip your corpse at your funeral, and trash your house.
well don't fuck with a bear either.
Yeah.
And here's a tip. If you scare off a bear, don't lay down and go to sleep outside.
That's
Just
probably a good
quick
plan.
survival tip.
Because a grizzly bear returned and killed a woman after she scared him off an hour earlier. Ovando, Montana, the odds of being attacked by a bear are 1 in nearly 2 million, according to experts. So it took many by surprise when a 65-year-old woman scared off a bear in Montana, only for it to return and kill her. Leah Davis Locan.
White women ain't scared of shit.
Oh, baby, come here, I see you.
Leah Davis
Fucking
Locan.
bear. And this white woman was trying to give it a new name and a jacket.
And a puppuccino.
We just rescued him. His name is Tyler.
He's so
Who's the cutest grizzly bear ever? It's little Tyler. Come here, Tyler. TT. Come here, TT.
I love that guy so much. I bought a shirt from him. It says like it was. It's WWASOS.
Why don't you wear it on the show so we can use promotion stuff?
Okay, I can wear it. I mean, I'm not on video, but yes.
She's wearing it right now.
So Leah Davis Locan from California was killed by a 417-pound grizzly bear.
Odd.
417-pound grizzly bear in her sleep
Damn.
on July 6th while camping in Ovanda, Montana, according to a report from the Interagency Grizzly Bear Committee. I'm sorry, it's just funny
That's
to me
terrible.
that's a group. The IGBC. Locan was on a multiple-day cycling trip with her sister and a friend when they stopped in Ovando for the night. She decided to sleep outside in a tent alone on the campground while a couple from Texas she met on the trip, Joe and Kim Cole, slept in their own tent not far from her. At around 3 a.m., the couple heard Locan yell out, "Bear! Bear!" from her tent. The three made a lot of noise and screamed at the bear until it left. The bear huffed. "At my head," Locan told Coles. Locan moved the snack food and lentils that she had inside her tent to a nearby building.
What the fuck?
I was waiting for Maddie to say something.
To a nearby building to stop the bear from returning. She also brought a can of bear spray back to her tent with her. The couple said they asked Logan if she wanted to sleep in the hotel where her sister was for the night, but she declined and told them she wanted.
So there was a fucking hotel available.
That's crazy.
Not
See,
for
I
nothing.
would-
Here's
not
okay.
me.
Listen, you had a car to get in. Not a car's not going to give you a whole lot of protection from a fucking bear, but it'll give you a couple of minutes because you're going to wake up. Okay, and you can start the car and get the fuck
Right.
out. But a bear's going to get into the car if you wants to eat you, it's going to.
If a bear wants to get into a car, there's not much to stop them.
No, but if you lock the doors, you might have a fighting chance. Once you saw the fucking bear, okay, you're out in the middle of the wilderness and you're like, oh, let me sleep with my fucking beef jerky and lentils. What was she eating with? Oh, she was sleeping with a steak and corn on the cob.
It's a
Yeah, right.
snack food and lentils.
Snack food. What snack food? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Probably like
The Doritos.
bars.
So,
Just beef jerky.
An hour later, Joe Cole woke up to a noise and realized Logan was being attacked, yet she had not screamed. He ran out of the tent with bear spray and yelled at the animal while Kim Cole fought. I get, but it's just funny to me. In the committee report,
What was her name? Was it Dinah? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow?
Kim.
Dinah, won't you blow? Yo.
In the committee report, Joe Cole said he saw the bear pouncing up and down on Lowen's tent, but it stopped when it saw him approaching. He said the bear looked him in the eye, then turned and left the camping area. The couple found Logan and her tent were both dragged almost 10 feet away, and she wasn't moving. They ran to the nearby inn to get help. Paramedics attempted CPR and first aid when they arrived, but Logan had died from the attack. The autopsy in
Logan had died from the bear shitting in her mouth.
The autopsy in
God, what?
IGBC's report said that Logan's death was instant as she suffered from a broken neck and a severed spinal cord.
Oh
So-
my god.
Yeah, she had that sounds a lot like internal
Decapitation.
Decapitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got hit so hard in the fucking head, and that was the first strike. I mean,
Literally
that bear
knocked
wanted to
her-
kill her.
Knocked her head off.
Well, the skin kept it on, but you know.
Ah!
The Powell County Sheriff closed the town for overnight camping and worked with Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks officials to track local bear activity until the bear that killed Logan was found. The committee. How do they know which one?
I was just gonna say, how do they know which one? Do they have
That-
him on
that's
tag
him.
to something?
I know him. Yeah, that was definitely him. I looked him in the eye. Most
You
people
ever look a bear in the eye?
Most people can't identify.
Never forget a
fucking
bear
dog.
you've looked in the eye. I'm sorry, I was going over your shit. What'd you say?
I said most people can't identify their neighbor's fucking dog from another dog.
Let alone a fucking bear.
Whole fucking neighborhood knows my dog.
It was that one.
Well,
It's got one blue eye and it's all different colors.
That bear over there. It was him. Or her.
after attacking Logan, the bear reportedly fed on chickens and chicken feed at a nearby chicken coop. The bear was reportedly tracked for days until Wildlife Service officials found it attacking a different chicken coop and shot it to death on July 9th.
Damn.
Officials say DNA evidence confirmed that it was
Up
the
until you
same
said
bear.
that, I was just imagining the captain from Jaws.
Gonna need a bigger
It's like,
boat.
you're gonna need a bigger. Wait a minute, it's a bear. That joke doesn't work.
That's some bad hat, Harry. Officials said DNA evidence confirmed it was the same bear that killed Logan 3 days before. Wildlife Services told Logan's sister the news, and the town was reopened for camping.
So people can go do it again.
Yep.
Like there's more bears. It wasn't the only bear. And not for nothing, the bear's probably looking for food because we've been encroaching on its home. Like how
Yeah,
many
I
bears
was
have
gonna
we
say,
killed?
They were in bear territory. Like
Right,
the bear's
they-
just doing what a bear does.
Right?
Like,
and then we go shoot the bear? Like what the fuck's that all
literally-
about?
I don't
Yeah.
I don't agree with that, but I mean, I don't know.
I mean, they had to test its shit, so to figure out if they ate that lady.
Oh, maybe that's it didn't eat it.
No, he just killed her. That was the fun part. But I love it when, stories about like animal revenge are always my favorite, especially my favorite thing to watch is when bullfighting videos go really bad. Like when the bull like gores the matador and then goes up into the crowd and starts killing, like just starts rampaging through. I love it. Oh, it's so good. Hey, asshole, a bull is the most dangerous animal in the fucking world. And that's why the Taurus is the most dangerous sign in the fucking world.
No,
Hey, you ever fuck with a bull?
not true.
There it is.
Hippopotami are the most dangerous animal in the world.
All right.
Hippopotami kill the most people.
How many hippopotamus you ever tried to jerk off to make more hippopotami?
Mosquitoes are the deadliest.
Oh, wow. Look at you. Look at you with your little facts. Little
Super
facts,
duper
lady.
smart.
You are super duper smart, just like this next story.
Hey.
Hang on.
It's not really. I don't really know what the next story
That's
is.
the wrong fucking story.
Is
Hang
it
on.
See how
Is
smart
it-
that was?
Not the right
tarot?
fucking story.
Is it tarot time?
No. You gotta get the right story. Bear with me just a moment.
Bear with me.
Bear with you.
The pun.
There's a bear
Growl.
with me.
Growl again.
Arr.
It's more like
No.
a pirate.
First one was better.
Yeah, it's more like a pirate.
All right. There we go. So a couple claims that they are Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene reincarnated.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Are they looking to get crucified, or well, just him?
Well,
How old is the guy who thinks he's Jesus?
Is he 33?
No, he got crucified at 32, I thought.
33.
That was
33.
Not every
33.
day do you hear that.
Started the ministry at 31.
Not every day do you hear that the Messiah, Jesus Christ, is there on earth with us, but living and thriving in the 21st century. But while it might be too much to take in, A.J. Miller and his wife, Mary Luck, believe that Mr. Miller is Jesus Christ himself, while his wife, Mary, is none other than Mary Magdalene. Mr. Miller, or
Dude, this is the perfect thing, because not for nothing, okay? He could come home. He could leave the house Thursday, not come home till fucking Monday. And when she's like, where you been all weekend? She's like, babe, you're not going to fucking believe this. I've been dead.
I got
And
so
she'll
drunk.
fucking buy it. She'll be like, oh, yeah, you're Jesus Christ. Of course you died.
Mr. Miller, or Jesus Christ as he calls himself, is a trained former computer systems engineer who hails from a small rural town called Kingaroy and only realized his true identity after he divorced his first wife in 1997. According to reports from the media, Mr. Miller says he started having recurring memories of his early life in the first century when he was Jesus Christ.
Oh, so he thinks he's Jesus reincarnated?
Yes. Those psychologists believe that people suffering from delusions of grandeur often portray themselves as someone other than who they truly are. The strength of the delusion, while it may contradict reality, will depend on how much the person believes their delusions. However, no evidence suggests that Mr. Miller suffers from delusions of grandeur or any other mental disorder, which might explain why he thinks he is Jesus Christ. Moreover, Mr. Miller, or Jesus Christ as he believes himself to be, hosts a teaching seminar where he promises his congregation a spiritual movement of divine truth that guarantees a personal relationship with God. Mr. Miller explained why he believes he is Jesus.
The community
Christ
gives them all X-lax.
on
It's a
his
spiritual
YouTube
movement.
channel. On
What's it
his
called?
YouTube channel. And notice he said, I have a series of memories. It's just a longer series of memories than the average person that goes on for 2,000 years from the time shortly after my birth that I remember in the first century, right the way through until today. For me, the way I know that I'm Jesus Christ is that I have a memory of that entire life. There's a video. Similarly, Mr. Miller's wife, who believes she is Mary Magdalene reincarnated, explained that she too came
What
back.
are the fucking odds that Jesus Christ And Mary Magdalene hooked the fuck up 2,022 years later.
Listen,
Actually,
they had a
1,909. Anyway.
they had a spiritual contract. They agreed to this shit.
I had a life in the first. This is what Mary had to say. I had a life in the
Mary.
first century, and I was the wife of Jesus, and I learned and taught the divine truth with him. And after his passing, and I passed into the spirit world, and I had a life there, she said, adding that she came back to Earth when she was born in 1978 in Australia. And
Mary Magdalene is an old Australian Gen Xer.
she's not even that old.
She's pretty fucking old, dude.
While the claims of Mr. Miller and his wife Mary are mind-blowing, hundreds of people regularly listen to his sermons while many others contribute to his cause through donations. But unfortunately, his devotees have yet to see him walk on water, cure the sick, or turn water into wine.
So then how the fuck is he Jesus?
For his lack of miracles, Mr. Miller has a sound explanation. He says
I
he
bet.
doesn't need to prove who he is to anyone.
He sounds narcissistic as hell. That's not
Or-
Jesus.
Moreover, he denies that the Bible the Bible exaggerates the miracles he performed when he was Jesus Christ of the first century.
You couldn't do that. I totally did all that shit back then. I turned water into fucking wine. I walked on the fucking water. I did a lot of shit with water. Water was my thing. You know, it was kind of my muse. You know what I'm saying? I'd go in, I'd turn water into wine, I'd walk on the fucking water, I'd do all this shit. Everybody looks at, hey, listen, you're probably the son of God. I was like, I'll start talking. Let me see what I can do.
When further questioned, he doubled down and said, "It presumes that in the first century that I did turn water into wine, which I did not. If I could do it, it would only prove that I can turn water into wine. I have no desire to prove that I am Jesus, because I don't believe that that is the point. I know who I am, and the people who have come with know who I am, and other people will know who I am. So I guess as long as you know who he is."
Hey, you know who I am? Let me tell you who I am. All right. You know, I'm the guy that walked on. Hey, listen, let me tell you something, that doubting motherfucker Thomas. All right. He was always doubting me. I told him, listen, are you the son of God? I told him, I said, I'm the son of God. And he's like, and then when I got fucking crucified, I came back. I said, listen, Thomas, it's me. He's like, yeah, it's not you. Show me your hands.
Show me. Ah.
All right, so we're going to take a look because there is a video.
Oh my God.
So we might as
Guy's
well
a
take.
fucking nut.
Hey, look, he's coming back. We might as well take a look at him, see who he is, right?
I mean, I'm curious. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hang on, let me remove my spotlight because I felt like being spotlighted. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, first of all, the reason for this
Oh,
interview in a nutshell
boy.
is that AJ, you believe that you were Jesus, and Mary, you believe that you were Mary Magdalene. And you've both admitted to a lot of people that when hearing this, they would probably
You do a lot of drugs.
clearly deluded. So can you please explain how you arrived at this understanding?
Her eyes just popped out of her head.
I believe we were Mary Magdalene or Jesus, but we believe we are. And I suppose that is the beginning of the first set of circumstances we need to explain, and that is we believe that people have one life, not many lives. And so therefore when you're born first on earth, usually your parents name you, and in my case, first century, my parents named me Yeshua, and then you grow and certain things happen to you in your life. So in my life I grew and certain things happened in my earth-based life, and then I died as
put the
many people. I
names.
didn't
Oh
die
my
the same
God.
way that a lot of people died, but I died. And then I passed into the spirit world and I was still the same person, and then I progressed through the spirit world, still as the same person, but just developing and growing, just like any person does. And then we got to a point where both Mary and myself started recognizing that we were one soul and not two separate individual souls. and that's something that we recognised before we passed from the earth in the first century. But and then Mary was born in the first century in the same manner, and she had a life in the first century, and she died, and then she arrived in the spirit world, and she continued to progress just the same, and we progressed together, recognizing that we were a part of the same soul, which we call soul mates, I suppose. But the reality is we're one.
Oh boy.
I'm looking at this video, man. It's an hour and 48 minutes. We're not going to watch this douchebag fucking talk.
No.
Okay.
No, I just want, I wanted to
He's
get,
the type of
like,
men
that far.
that women need to stay away from. He is a fucking creep and a narcissistic, controlling fucking freak.
He's like,
Oh
I'm
my
Jesus
God.
Christ, and you should just listen to everything I say. Hey,
Oh.
why don't you? Can you give me a coffee?
What an ego.
What? You can't get Jesus Christ a coffee? I died on the cross for you. Oh, right. You just want to walk around with all your sins then? Oh, they're not forgiven. Okay. I do a terrible Australian accent.
Oh. Don't forget, the British and the Australians like to say cunt a lot. So
No, well,
part of
don't
me
we
wants to
all,
watch
really?
that video and count.
Does Jesus say cunt a lot in the movie?
That's why
That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping to hear.
I believe
We're hoping
in,
that Jesus.
in the book of Consolations.
I might be able to schedule an hour and 48 minutes to count them. So Alex Jones has been ordered to pay $45.2 million more in punitive damages to the Sandy Hook parents because he hurt their feelings. And a Texas jury has determined InfoWars host Alex
Hasn't he suffered enough, really?
I guess if you're
They're putting shit in the water, make the frogs gay.
right, yeah. So
Wait, Juliet, were you in the group when you were in the show prep that day that I sent the thing about Alex Jones? And he wanted to eat he was not wanted to eat his neighbors, but he was going on about how he was ready to eat his neighbors. I'm ready to eat my neighbors.
I don't even know who this guy is.
You don't even know who Alex Jones was the best. Alex Jones is one of my personal heroes.
You'd hate him.
Alex Jones, you would hate.
Sounds
Yeah, oh my
like it.
God, you would hate Alex Jones.
Sounds like it.
Alex Jones pushes a product. What the fuck is that shit called? It's like, it's not
There's
Mega
so
Man.
many of them. There's so many of them, though.
Like a
He sells
primal
seeds.
man or some shit that's supposed to boost your testosterone and make you,
Yeah, he does
alpha male
supplement. He sells survival packages so that you can have plenty of survival food.
Oh yeah, like if you ever want to buy like rations, like MREs, you can listen to Alex Jones and one of his sponsors. You can buy MREs.
The guy's nutty.
And what he did, so what he did is after Sandy Hook, if you don't know if you recall what Sandy Hook. Okay. After Sandy Hook, he went on a fucking rampage saying that it was fake and it was staged.
Oh, okay.
And that the parents were all crisis actors.
Yeah.
And,
I remember that conspiracy theory.
I mean, it was only a conspiracy theory because of Alex Jones. Like nobody else, nobody took him fucking. Did anybody take him? I didn't even take him seriously.
I know people that took that whole thing very fucking serious.
So
it was ridiculous.
So all those parents turned around and sued him because they're like, "Look,
this is the second time. They were already awarded a judgment, weren't they? And it wasn't enough."
Well, not only that, he doubled down and kept pushing. So they're like, no, you can.
His only platform is his proprietary platform. YouTube won't support him.
Yeah,
he can't get hosting. What's that?
He has been officially deplatformed.
Yeah,
they removed him from all social media. They've removed him from YouTube. All the video hosting services won't touch him.
Good. He sounds like he sucks.
Actually, as far as being an entertainer, I think he's a good entertainer, but that doesn't mean your ideas are good. That just means you know how to work that system.
How does this sound?
Not as great.
Spotify dropped him as well.
What about now?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So they're reaching in Alex's pocket, which I'm not entirely sure is an awful thing. He probably needs it.
Well,
But
what's he gonna do with all that money?
right.
Yeah.
And the reason that they actually ended up winning additional winning this case and having something to send, his lawyers accidentally leaked years of email and financial documents to the court. His lawyers.
Yeah, his lawyers accidentally leaked a bunch of information, like phone, personal
Incriminating.
contact information to the other side.
Incriminating information.
Accidentally.
Yeah, no, I mean maybe that's like when you like. There's like
Probably like, this
rules.
guy's
There's
a
rules to
real
being a
dick.
lawyer, though.
Yeah,
Like you can't
then
just
you
rat
must
your
be
client
real.
out. There's
Yeah, but I saw a clip the other day from court, and he was like, "Well, that's not true." They're like, "Yes, it is. We have proof. It's right here." He's like, "Well, I don't know where you got it." They're like, "What? Your lawyers gave it to us." And he's just sitting there like,
well,
"Oh."
if my lawyers gave it to me, then how do you know it's? Oh, yeah, it's not mine. Just because my lawyers.
It was kind of a funny. It was like, "What do you mean? Your lawyer gave it to us, you idiot." Speaking of lawyers and idiots and all kinds of stuff happening, the FBI has searched Trump's estate in an escalation of a probe into whether or not he took documents from the White House that he wasn't supposed to. It's kind of a he said, she said. We definitely know there was a search. The FBI says they called and let everybody know ahead of time. And he said,
and Trump let him in. Like it wasn't like they showed up and stormed the place.
But to hear Trump say it, yes, they did show up and storm the place. And
he's gonna make a
they
big deal
broke
out of
into his safe, and it's
well, when they have a fucking warrant, they didn't break into anything. You should have opened the safe for them.
Prosecutorial misconduct, and they shouldn't have been given the warrant because the judge is apparently wasn't whatever. Bottom line, a judge signed off on the warrant. The warrant is apparently legal. White House said they didn't have a heads up ahead of time. And
bullshit.
Whether they did or not,
it's bullshit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No, but here's the thing.
Can operate outside of the White House's purview, and they have a responsibility to do it. So
this is all I'm going to say about it. This is all I'm going to say about it. All right, because I don't really know much. I haven't been following it. My son, who is as anti-Trump as anyone I have ever met, like has argued with me on the merits of being a libertarian. And when like the point is there's no love lost. Okay.
Right.
And he said, this is bullshit. This is just bullshit. This is just political.
Yeah.
Like it's just political positioning. That's all it is. And he's like, and he's like, because he was using. Here's the thing: he didn't take anything. He was using Mar-a-Lago, whatever you say it, as an office when he wasn't at the White House. When what got the FBI, what triggered the warrant was that in a bunch of boxes that he gave back, there was classified information in it.
That technically should not have been there.
That technically should not, but of course he is the president of the United States.
Right. So they're playing with these loopholes, and
right.
Bottom line, they knew he was to be in court in New York today,
and being deposed.
And being deposed, and let's make him look like an asshole. Then he goes to court and pleads the fifth, and oh my gosh, it doesn't even look like more of an asshole. I'm not a fan of Trump either, but the bottom line here is this is a bunch of career political assholes trying to paint everybody in a shit light, and it's a matter of whose side you're on. And there's different agencies down there in political land with the CIA, the NSA, the DIA, all of the alphabet,
all the A's.
And there's a lot of A's, a lot of A-holes. But essentially, it's a matter of sometimes you have a loyalty from the agency to a particular party or candidate, and that's what you're seeing playing out right now.
And I mean, if that wasn't what we were seeing right now, there would have been more action taken.
Yeah.
On, you know,
they would have called up to the field
Yeah.
office in New York City and said, "Okay, we got it. Go arrest his ass." But you know, that's a thing that's happening. Let's see, what else do we have? Facebook turned over chat messages between mother and daughter that are now charged over having an illegal abortion.
This pissed me off so much.
Well, it's unfortunate, but Facebook's hands were tied.
The so-called friend was the fucking snitch.
Yeah. And
who does that?
It's unfortunate, but Facebook's hands were tied because
I'm unaware of the story. What happened?
So there was a mother and daughter. Daughter's 17. She ended up pregnant, and she and mom communicated via Facebook Messenger about, hey, you know, that thing I got came, take one now, and then one 24 hours later. It's conceivably Plan B, the morning after pill.
I thought it was.
That's also not an abortion.
Yeah, Plan B isn't an abortion. It doesn't do anything. If you're pregnant, it doesn't affect the fetus whatsoever. It prevents you from the thing connecting. Plan B isn't an abortion.
Okay, so it was another chemically induced.
There is an abortion pill, but the Plan B is not it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misspoke.
No,
anyway, Plan C we'll go with, but mom obtained some medication for her. They discussed it, and because somebody saw her actually ingest one of the pills and knew what it was, contacted police and dropped a dime on her friends. And as in the course of the investigation, the authorities from Nebraska went to Facebook and said, hey, gonna need you to
well, first of all, fuck Nebraska.
Right.
I mean, who the fuck lives in fucking Nebraska anyway?
Snitching ass bitches, that's who.
Obviously.
It's unfortunate.
Hey, do we know the cunt's name that snitched? I'd like to put that out. That'd be good.
Yeah. Fuck her whole life.
Yeah. No, fuck her and
so
what's the charge? What's the penalty? Do we know?
A tip from a woman who described herself as a friend of Celeste's.
Celeste is the daughter?
No, Celeste is the mother.
Fuck you, cunt!
No, I'm sorry. Celeste is the daughter.
Okay. Well, still, fuck that.
Either way.
God damn it.
But yeah, 23 weeks.
Sorry.
Yeah, in Nebraska, abortion is illegal after 20 weeks after fertilization, and they believe that Burgess had her miscarriage around 23 weeks of pregnancy.
Oh, fuck, let's fucking split hairs.
All in all,
I can't even speak on this. Like I can't get words out on how fucking backwards this whole fucking so what's the charge and what's the penalty that she's facing?
Let's see.
It's like it's almost unbelievable. It's like I'm living in a fucking bizarro world. I mean, I'm not saying I go out and promote abortions, but once the woman's made the fucking choice, leave her alone.
Yeah. I saw this whole thing. There's a newscaster on TikTok, and she reported it. She said what they got charged with. I forgot what it was, so I don't want to say what I think it was.
Here it is.
Because I don't want to be wrong. But I think it was some serious ass charges, and that's why I got like even more mad about it.
I think Mike's got it.
It just. This article says that they were charged. It does not give the specific charge under the law, but it does. It notes that they were involved in an illegal abortion.
The hard part about life now, what makes life really hard right now for everyone, is the fact that this is what's going to happen. Every fucking election is it's gonna come down to abortion. It's not gonna matter about taxes. It's not gonna matter about the fucking infrastructure. It's not gonna matter about roads. It's not gonna fucking matter about what we do with the kids. It's not gonna matter about elderly. It's not gonna matter about anything except abortion. And now we have completed the road to hell, because that's where we are. Because the law is going to change every couple of years, or unless, here's the thing. What's that?
Legislated,
Right. It has to be legislated. Exactly. And the legislators don't want to fucking touch it.
No, because they know they won't get reelected if they do. Half of them won't get reelected for doing one thing, and the other half won't get reelected for doing the other thing. So,
well, isn't that what we need then anyway? New people in the fucking.
There you go. How about that? How about that?
How about some people with some balls? How about I run for one fucking thing, and then we go do it, and then you get it fucking done, and then you're done, and then you're done.
You go home.
Then you go home.
Somebody else goes and runs for their thing.
Right. Yeah.
So, while we work that out, I'm going to take a break so we can come back and give you Tipsy Tarot.
She's going to do it tilted like that?
She might.
That's awesome.
That way.
I'm trying to find that video because I have it in my inbox. Okay. I'm trying to see because I have the time. I just got to find it. That's why I'm crooked.
All right. When we come back, we might have the video. Have a little bit more information for everybody. So why don't you go ahead and take us.
Until then, you can reach us at 1646-VIRUS-01. That's 1646-VIRUS-01. This has been the B Block of the Media Virus Podcast here on the Media Virus Podcast Network. We're here every Wednesday night from 8:30 to sometime after 10, which it is now. So C Block might be a little tiny, but we're going to have Tipsy Tarot, and we're going to come back with the lesbian DNA update. We'll be back right after, let's see. It's so hard. I've got so many of them now. Oh, let's try this one.
She's hot and bothered.